understand the society.
I took the, you know, this in warrior society and action are seen through man, if you like, who put fire, you know, they are really man. Al-Lahab is seen, you can see the role of man. So the action, even if they are done together, man and woman, family, you see them through masculine.
Yeah, like in a patriarchal, I mean, type of society.
So I analyze also the idea is حبل في جيدها حبل من مسد. So I took the Quran and searched for حبل. Where the Quran use حبل, so to understand what's the meaning behind it. I found something very interesting. So I found the Quran use حبل Al-Imran in verse 1:3 and 1:12. واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا, and hold fast all together by the rope which Allah stretches out for you. This is حبل. There is another one. ضربت عليهم الذلة أينما ثقفوا إلا بحبل من الله وحبل من الناس. Shame is pitched over them wherever they are found, except when under a covenant of protection from Allah and from man. Another ayah, وَلَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ وَنَعْلَمُ مَا تُوَسْوِسُ بِهِ نَفْسُهُ وَنَحْنُ أَقْرَبُ إِلَيْهِ مِنْ حَبْلِ الْوَرِيدِ. We verily created man, and we know what his soul whispered to him, and we are nearer to him than his jugular vein. Quran is just حبل. And في جيدها حبل من مسد. Will have upon her neck a halter of palm fiber. But the Quran is just حبل here. And the حبل here is concept. You can see the link, what maintain things together, this relationship. And you know also mother in that society, when we say tribal relationship, parental relationship, and this relationship also the mother play major role in it. So also the Quran tried to change that idea. Again, is not this type of relationship is going to determine or judge, you judge people through that. Is new, is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim, for instance. The Quran will keep, you know, Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahma, but also Ar-Rahim is warm. And also remind us woman. So is that relationship that should govern this new society. Is Ar-Rahma, is the blessing. And this relationship of Rahman, of Rahim, is not just parental relationship. And you can see in that society also the role of woman. So to organize, to coordinate, to put things together, and the man is, you can see the action through that. But the Quran is changing both. Is changing this type of worldview, the relationship that governs that society, to different way of thinking, to different way of acting too. What's also interesting, Al-Akhirah also is not introduced as something strange to ad-dunya. في جيدها حبل من مسد. So the punishment not only that reflect what type of reality you created in this life, also the tool you use. Because that type is fiber of palm, or you know, it means the Quran does not like to introduce Al-Akhirah as something totally strange of our life. So it's the way the daily life, what they are doing, you know, what they are using as tools. So this is reflected also in this type of punishment, what they can see in the hereafter. So the Quran tries to maintain also this relationship between Akhirah and Dunya. Each one is embedded in the other. You can see Ad-Dunya through Al-Akhirah, but you can see Al-Akhirah also through Ad-Dunya. So this is to help people to have that idea, to have that relationship. It's also the idea to describe Al-Akhirah, is also is how to give that idea. You can see Ad-Dunya and Al-Akhirah through Ad-Dunya. to not break this relationship. To not break this relationship. It's very, very powerful. The way the Quran is introducing it, how it's put together. When you talk to the society, don't talk in a way you break this relationship. So you will destroy that ability to realize what you want to realize. So the Quran describes it in a very, very powerful way to keep people in this dunya while they are working to change it and to change their akhirah too.
And what they're talking about, the bracelet, like, in some certain society, it could be anything. It could be, showing power or saying the status of you.
Yes.
So that's trying to symbolize that, all the ornament that we
necklace.
surround our life. It could be anything. Anything that we, accumulate or show our, status in life, that will drag you towards the hell.
No,
that will result in that.
This is how, because what's the man for the woman, at least in that society and in Muslim and Arab, at least in North African society. I don't know the other Muslim society, but at least in North African society, the neck, when you use this qilada, you see, necklace, or you see when you go to the marriage, or you show all your wealth and the way, through your neck, if you like.
Diamond necklaces.
But also determine that links reflect the idea how that society is linked with each other. The idea of habit, as here you see things are linked together. How the relationship. Yeah. That also is not just, it's zina. It's not just decoration. It's also reflect worldview. How things are seen through what you put in your neck. As they call it, this is habit also. Habit also is that idea that link things
It was a string.
strongly together. So the idea of habit,
it's like
exactly,
That's the first thing they do.
Yeah.
So this is you are totally right. Again, this image. Through the image, you get the idea.
Yeah. And really, talking about the connection and relation, connectivity. Last time we saw أرأيت الذي ينهى عبدا إذا صلى. Salat, which we said it's a connection between you and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you don't want this type of connection, you will be connected to something else. سيصلى نارا ذات لهب. You see that it's etymologically coming from the same root. صلى, يصلى, salat, okay? So Abu Lahab, okay, his connection will be with hellfire based on his actions, okay? And no question in my mind that he was an obstacle to people who wanted to obey and worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You see, and really like last time we started to see the primordial salat. How really these concepts are coming together, okay, gradually, okay, over years in order to perfect the concept of salat. As Naji was saying, I start also to see the primordial concepts that have to come together in order to talk about a very strong abstract idea, which is to believe in the hereafter. Is there something more abstract than, the simple thing people will say, did anybody go there and tell us what happened? Because it is very abstract, okay? So let us also see, okay, from the early days, there is no mention about the day of judgment, like as you will see it later on. But now start to bring these simpler ideas. سَيَصْلَى نَارًا ذَاتَ لَهَبٍ فِي جِيدِهَا حَبْلٌ مِّن مَّسَدٍ. The idea that the akhirah will reflect what you are doing here. Very important concept about, again, how Quran will bring the idea of responsibility. This is a very strong mechanism. Today, we call this, it has become a science. We call it eschatology. You have heard about this. It is a science by itself. The science